Forever reminded, never taking whatever you told me. I know what I could be.
Hello everyone, so today we're going to be using the Lancome Beauty Box collection. This is what it looks like. The case is nice, pretty, and pink. And this is everything that you get inside. You get 10 full-size items in here, so it's a pretty good value. First thing I'm going to use is the Advanced Genifique Youth Activating Serum. This is a face serum you apply, and it helps to activate your skin cells. One pump is all you need for your entire face. It's a preloading stopper, so it automatically loads it up. So I usually just press it onto the skin first, and then I rub it all over. Next step is the Advanced Genifique U Light Pearl. This is an eye serum, and this guy helps to deflate any puffiness around the eyes. It helps with lines and wrinkles and all that good stuff. So I just rub it I start off from the lower part and I rub it back and forth. I go in little circles and little zigzags, and then I just go along on the top in little circles. And whatever's left over, I rub it along the lash line. This also helps to strengthen and grow your lashes. And then I'll just rub it all in. Next is the Genifique U. This is just an eye cream. Usually I either do the serum or the eye. You can do both if you want, but I've already done the serum, so I'm just going to skip this step. And then right after that, I apply some moisturizer. I always recommend doing some moisturizer after applying serum, because when you put your makeup on, it'll just set in a lot better. So moving on to the eyes, first I'm going to prime my eyes using the Prime It Boost It primer from Lancome. I'm just going to rub it along the top and along the lower lash line. And here is the eyeshadow palette that comes in the set. The first shade I'm going to use is this guy right over here. And I'm using this on a JH30. I'm just going to apply this shade all over my crease. The shades don't have names, so we're just going to have to go with it. So I just go back and forth in my crease, and then whatever's kind of left over, I'll go up into the upper crease. Now I'm taking the third shade on the top row, and the brush I'm going to use is a JH32, which is a smaller blending brush, and I'm applying this shade also in my crease. And I'm doing the same steps, just going back and forth. Now I'm taking this dark brown shade, and I'm going to use this on a flat defining brush. This is a JH41, and I'm just going to start packing this brown color all over my lid. And I stop right at my crease. And then I go back in with a JH32 and I start blending only in the crease, so I don't want that harsh line. And then I go in with the fluffier brush, the first one that we use, and I blend in the upper crease. I don't have any additional product on this. Now we're going to take this sparkly red shade, and I'm going to use the same brush. No, actually I'm going to use my finger, and I'm going to start packing the shade on top of the brown color. So I just take a little bit at a time, and I just kind of pack it onto my lid, just little tapping motions. And I try not to go too high up into the crease. And this is a beautiful sparkly red shade. It's perfect for the holidays. After that, I go in with the JH32 and I just blend in the crease. I don't have any additional product on this. And then I just go back in and pack a little bit more of that red shade. Sometimes when you blend, you kind of lose the intensity, so I'm just kind of building that back up. And now I'm taking this golden shade and I'm just gonna pop this right on top of my lid as well, just so I kind of have more dimension to my lid. I kind of have those reds and those golds kind of mixing in together and creating their own little concoction. And I'm just using a flat shader brush. You can use any brush you want. And for my lower lash line, I'm going to go ahead and pop on some liner. This is a Listilo in the color Noir, also by Lancome. Mainly everything I use in this video is by Lancome unless I mention otherwise. So after I line my lower lash line, I'm lining the top lash line as well. And now I'm packing on that same dark brown shade with a M432 brush. After that, I mixed the two lighter brown shades, the first ones that I used, and I'm applying this on the lower lash line as well using an E18 brush. And I'm just smoking the lower lash line out. And now for lashes, first I'm going to start off with the Lancome Sills Booster XL Lash Primer. I just do a couple of coats of this on my top lashes. You can also apply it on your bottom lashes. I didn't do that here, but I usually do. So just a couple of coats of that, and then I go right on top with the mascara. This is the Lancome Definicils mascara. Both of these come in the kit. So I always like to wiggle on my mascara. It just helps to get the product onto your lashes a little bit better. And this is a very popular mascara. I'm sure many of you have seen of it and heard of it before. It's great for length and separation. And so I apply a generous amount of this on my lashes and also on my lower lashes as well. So the eyes are done. We're moving on to the face. First step is to prime. I'm using the Blur and Go Stick Primer. And I just apply this where I have larger pores. And then on top, I put on the La Base Pro Primer. And I apply this all over. For foundation, I'm using Tine Idol Ultra Wear Foundation on a Morphe 439 brush. I feel like I'm the only person that still uses brushes to apply foundation. I feel like everybody uses either a beauty blender or a sponge of some sort, but it's honestly just in the technique. As long as you're applying the same technique, like I'm doing little tapping motions back and forth, which is what you do with the beauty blender anyways, it gives you the same results. So after the foundation is all nice and blended, I'm going to pop on some concealer. This is also the Tine Idol Ultra Wear Camouflage Concealer. First I apply it with a little brush, and then I go back in and blend it out with a different brush. So this concealer is very full coverage and it's very creamy. A little goes a long way. So same thing, tiny little tapping motions going back and forth. And this brush is the It brush number 203. And I always make sure to get into that inner corner of the eye too. To set the concealer in place, I'm using Laura Mercier Under Eye Secret Brightening Powder on a E48. So this is one of the things that is not by Lancome. And to set the rest of the face, I'm using the Long Time No Shine Loose Setting Powder by Lancome on a E3 brush. So I just tap it on and sweep it over. The rest of the palette has the blush and the bronzers along the bottom. You just slide it out. So I'm starting off with the bronzer shade. I'm using it on a JH05 brush. I'm just going to bronze up my cheekbones. I'm also going to do the top of my forehead. And I'm going to bronze up my jawline. To bronze up my nose, I've switched over to a smaller brush. This is a Morphe M504. And then I'm just cleaning up the bronzing. I'm using the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm using the shade Lyric. And the brush I'm using is a JH07. So I just apply it on the lower part of my cheek, and then I do it underneath my eyes and along the bridge of my nose and the center of my forehead. And now for blush, I'm going to pick up this shade on a JH06 and just start applying this on the apples of my cheek and blending it upwards and backwards. This is a very pigmented blush, so don't put too much on. I think I kind of went a little crazy with this.
Whatever you told me, I know what I could be.
And now I'm going to take the highlight shade. This is the first highlight shade that comes in the palette. This is more of like a rosy shade, so I'm just applying this on the apples of my cheek right over that blush. And I'm using the same brush, the JH06. And then I'm going to take the next highlight, which is more of a golden shade, and I'm going to use this on a JH09 and apply this on the top of my cheekbones. I'm also going to pop on some on the bridge of my nose and also on top of my lips as well. And you get two lipsticks in this kit. The first shade is called Natural Beauty. It's this beautiful nude color. And I'm just going to apply this. And here we go. Here is the final look using the nude shade. Now if you want, you can pop on some lashes, which I decided to do. I am using Lily lashes in the style San Diego. And along with that, I'm going to apply the red shade that also comes in the palette, in the kit. And this is called Red Stiletto. So this is much more of a glamorous look with the red lip and the false lashes. I would recommend this more for like an evening or a party. And here we have a close-up of the eyes with the eyelashes. Alright you guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!